You want to change your money, you got to change your mindset.
I can have 4 buildings, 250 million each.
Right. Okay, I want to do $1 million a month. To be honest with you, I haven't defined why. They were risking all the time, but they found good in the bad, and they found good in the good. Some girl would call me, I'd be like, hey, let's go. We're out. Let's go out. Like now, it's like, whoa. I just say no.
And he was like, is it a business goal or personal goal? I said both.
It takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years to make a fucking decision that enough is enough. That's
Yeah.
it. I connect with myself every day. Like my morning is all for me.
I know that I need to make the decision, but I'm not making it and I'm just letting it slide. So and then the same thing goes with the finances.
For example, my decision is I need to stop going out with 7 girls at once. The truth and the facts. Like, what are the facts? Like, the fact is, I didn't make the fucking decision. The fact is, this is how much money I made in the last 3 days. The fact is, this is how much money I made in the last 30 days.
The first thing is that we have to work on our mindset. It's who we need to become and identify that person first. So hello everyone and welcome to today's episode. We have a special guest today, Yuri Mavashov. And actually, I know him already for quite few years. How many years? Probably like already 10 years we know each other. So he is a business strategist, CFO. What else you do? You do a lot of different things.
Yeah, well, I'm mainly focusing on business strategy, business growth consulting.
Business growth consulting. I love that. And that we actually just started talking before that. And I think that would be a great way to start our episode. So you mentioned that you're helping right now businesses to escape from the old way, the old system that they used to follow. And interesting enough, the name of my podcast is Escape the Matrix. So let me ask you this hard question. If you remember the time where that clicked in you, when you felt that you are running in this old matrix and it's time to escape that, can you share it with us?
Yeah, I was actually trying to, originally in 2016, I grew my my financial planning firm pretty well. And then I went into consulting, went into coaching and consulting. And I had these months where I couldn't break $10,000 to $15,000 a month, $20,000 a month. It was hard to break those months. And I was signing up to coaching program after coaching program. And all I was being told to do is to do more. Just do more, send more messages to people, DM more people, post more content, do more. And I just kept doing more. And the thing is that I got burnt out. It was like a burnout, a stress out. And at some point, I'm like, all right, who really has these fucking answers? Who has these answers? So I signed up with a coach that's been there, that is there. They're doing a lot more. They're doing millions per month. And I'm like, what do I do? I went into a Zoom call with them and I said, what do I do? And the thing is, they were helping us create small workshops and small events. And the thing that was originally why I signed up to the program. But the thing is, like, I got on a call with the coach, and I'm like, what do I do? And he's like, what have you done? I'm like, I did this. He said, okay, did you try this? I said, yeah. Did you try this? I said, yeah. Did you try this? I said, yeah.
I have another idea. Try something else.
He said, did you try this? I said, I tried everything. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
I want to get to my $50,000 to $100,000 months. What do I do? Okay. And he sat there and he's like, I know what you need. I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? Tell me what I need to do. So he said, close your eyes. So I closed my eyes and he's like, how much money do you want to make? I said, $50,000 to $100,000 a month. He said, all right, where do you wake up? I told him where I wake up. He's like, what do you see around you? I told him what I see around me. He said, who is this person? What does this person do? What is this person doing? Where is this person going to work? What car is this person driving? Okay, and he just basically asked me a few questions around what this person is doing. And he said, okay, give this person a name. So I give this person a name, Wealthy Yuri. There's a broke Yuri and Wealthy Yuri. Okay. So I had my eyes closed. The thing is, I paid him all this money. Might as well do what he's telling me to do.
Yeah.
Right. And he's like, walk into this person's office. Go ask this person what this guy needs to do. So I walked into this person's office and I'm like, what do I need to do? He's like, you got to do workshops and events. So I'm telling him I got to do workshops and events. And he's like, are you doing them? I said, no. He said, why? I said, I have these fears. I don't know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. He's like, that's why he's him. And that's why you are you. He said, there's something called chickens give birth to chickens, dogs give birth to dogs, people give birth to people, giraffes give birth to giraffes. A person that makes 15 grand a month gives birth to a person that makes 15 grand a month. He said, you just didn't become the person that's going to make it fucking happen. I said, all right, what do I need to do? He said, stop asking what you need to do. Stop asking what you need to do. You need to ask who you need to become, because you just haven't become that person. He said, from now on, you're fired. He said, I'm going to tell you what to do. Okay, now I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need to do so you can become, so you become the person. Okay, so the first 3, maybe 2 months, we were taking care of me. Okay, we were taking care of me. We were taking care of who I am as a person, my body, what I'm doing, like stupid habits that I had. And then that last maybe 3 weeks, we're getting my presentation ready. So when I did my presentation, it was a small workshop that we did. We did 48,000 in 4 hours. So that was like to answer your question, that was like the big moment for me where I don't have to work harder to make a lot more money. I just have to become a different person and do different things. People who make 10, 20, 30, 100 times more than you and I, they're not working harder. They're just doing different things.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Yeah, and I love that. Yeah, they're just different people, and and I remember I had the same situation too. It's who you have to become, because a lot of the time we just focused on all the things that we need to do, day-to-day activities, thinking that we need to do more and more and more. But at the end of the day, it's not about more. Less is more. I like to say that less is more. The first thing is that we have to work on our mindset. It's who we need to become and identify that person first.
You want to change your money, you got to change your mindset. You want to change your money, you got to change who you become. You want to change your money, you got to change what you put into yourself.
Exactly.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, and this is the whole thing that, you know, with what we were doing, we were helping me become a different person. Because once I became a different person, I can start doing different things. It's not about doing more. You know, as you said, less is more. Okay, and you know, if you multiply, if you add 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, you get 25. But if you multiply 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5, you get 3,125. It's the same number of steps, but the results are exponential.
Right, because you're not adding them, then you're multiplying them.
Right. So the goal
Yeah.
here is to find out the word here. The key word here is leverage. Okay,
Yeah.
leverage. How do we do 20% that's going to do 80% of the lifting for us?
Yeah.
So that was my my thing that I understood. You know, that it's not about, there's people, we all have the same amount of hours in a day, right? You and I.
Yeah.
We all have 2 legs. We all have 2 arms. We all have 1 head.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why somebody makes $200 in a day, somebody makes $2,000 in a day, somebody makes $20,000 in a day, somebody makes $200,000 in a day, right? And when you understand these things, when you start understanding these things, how these things work, how it's principles, right? And if you know what principles are things that work for everyone at all times and everywhere. Like you just can't get rid of them.
Yeah.
Right. So that's that. And the biggest shift for me was my my dumb habits and my discipline. That was what changed things for me. Okay, I mean, the thing is that I had the discipline already, but I just needed more of it. It's like becoming the next version of you, and there's always room for us to become the next version of ourselves.
Yeah, and I love that. Yeah, and that every day when I meditate, that's one of my goals is to be a better version of myself. Yeah.
You have to chase the man that you want to become, or chase the woman that you want to become. Like
Exactly.
that's and that's how you can actually you start becoming friends with yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, and you start becoming more confident. And it's like, and you get a different vibration and a different frequency that people even feel.
Yeah.
They feel it in you.
Yeah.
Okay, right? Me and you can say the same thing, but at a different vibration and frequency.
Exactly, yeah. And I actually loved about the multiplication. Me and you, we both go to Grant Cardone, and we both 10x certified coaches. So I don't know if you remember that Yelena says that, so she gives a very good analogy. So if you take one horse, she can only take a certain amount of load as one horse, but then there's two horses. Then now they're not doing it 2x, they're actually doing it 4x, so that you multiply it. And if there's a 4 horses, then it's a power of actually 16 horses together.
Yeah.
So that's the power of the multiplication, and that's the power of the leverager. So you as one person can only do as much as than one person,
Right.
but then if you take 2 people, so
Right.
together as 2, you can do 4 times more 2 people, and then 4 people can do 16 times more as 4
Yeah.
people.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, that reminds me of I think Think and Grow Rich. Did you read Think and Grow Rich?
Yeah, of course.
I think you.
I read it every year. I love
Yeah,
that
he was
book.
talking about like the 2 minds, right? 2 minds,
Yeah.
make a third mind,
Yeah,
right? I think that was that what it was. When you put 2 minds together,
yeah,
you create you start it's like a multiplier effect.
yeah,
So 100%, you got to put yourself into rooms. You
yeah,
got to put yourself into rooms with people that have been where you want to be.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's, by the way, actually how it works with the investments as well, with the multiplication. If you invest today 100,000, earning 10% in 7 years, that's going to double. It's going to be 200,000.
Right.
And now if you reinvest this 200,000 for another 7 years, that's already going to be 400,000. So basically, if we take this 100,000, right, in 14
Right.
years, it's already going to be 400,000.
Right.
That's the power multiplication. So then let me ask you this. Do you invest?
Do I invest? That's a good question. Well, I have a few properties with my family.
Okay.
But that's something that I am lacking. It's just an honest answer. But I need to invest more. I invested a little bit into crypto before, and then I took the money out. This was way back in 2016, which I'm probably an idiot for doing, but it is what it is. But we do have 3 properties with the family. That's about it.
So you're doing very well right now. So and by the way, we were talking about this. You looked at the book, the Cracking the Code to Success. So do you think you cracked the code to success?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And success is not a destination. It's a journey. It's a journey. And when I say it, I'm not repeating somebody else's word. When I say it's a journey, meaning I'm enjoying what I'm actually doing. I'm enjoying the process. That's number 1. Number 2, I'm helping people get to where they want to go. And I found my voice. And that's the most important thing. And the thing is that, when you find your voice, when you can help your people get to where they want to go, I think that's... and then also I found the code to success within me.
Yeah.
I know how to get myself to a better place. Okay, and I think the thing is that I think it all plays to the way we were brought up. Like me, for example, unconsciously, I cracked the code to success. But when I went into another coaching program, they consciously showed me what my code to success was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I started understanding why things are happening the way they are. And so what do I mean by this? So the thing is, I've been helping a lot of people. I helped a lot of accountants, fractional CFOs. I helped a lot of even just other business owners, right? I helped a lot of them. But the thing is that numbers wise, right, there's only, every single time I help people, there's only maybe two and maybe maximum 3 people out of every 10 that would take some action. Okay. And 3 is a big number. 2 is a big number, and 3 is a big number. Like in any industry, even my friend, he has a fencing club. He has two children out of 10 that are doing something well, right? And when I used to wrestle, I wrestled for many years. Same thing. We had maybe 1 or 2 people that did really well. The rest were just practicing. And the thing is, why does this happen? And the thing is, I was always wondering, why is this going on? I want more results for my clients. And the thing is, I went into a program. Okay. when I went to this into this program, they started unpacking me. I had a question. I'm like, listen, why is it that my clients, like, 2 or 3 of them, maximum 3, 2, again, these are large numbers, big numbers. Why, and the rest of them are dabbling? Why? And that's when they start unpacking me. They're like, all right. I'm like, why is it anything I fucking do, like anything I put my hands on, I make it work? I don't care if it's organic marketing. I don't care if it's Facebook. I don't care if it's all for. I just make it work. I'm gonna fail a million times, but I still make it work, right? And again, this also has to do with becoming the person that's gonna just make it happen, right? So they start unpacking me. They gave me the code. By the way, Coach Garrett White, that's his name. If you know Garrett White,
Yeah.
You know Garrett White. You met him.
Yeah.
He started unpacking me. He's like, dude, tell me a little bit about your, when you were a young kid. Did you play sports? I'm like, yeah, I always play sports. Played sports. I wrestled for many years. He's like, all right. Like, so you were friends with your body. I was like, of course, always. He's like, did you have sex? I'm like, yeah. I always had a girlfriend. Always had a few girlfriends. Like, I was always, were you close to God? I'm like, I wasn't really close to God myself, but I knew that God exists. I'm like, my family, we're Jewish. They're always talking about God, but I wasn't so close. And he's saying, this is why you've been able to do the things that you want to do, because you have these values, you have this discipline.
Yeah.
Right? You just became the person. You have the power and the capacity to do the things in business that you want to do. That's why you you take anything away, like guys like you take anything away from, like everything away from you, you're gonna do it again, because you just simply became the person. And that's when, and he said, this is like the code that we live by, right? The code is like real, like you got to be real, you have to be like face the truth, you have to have like be relevant to what you're doing, and then this is where the fruit is, like your fruit of your labor.
Yeah.
Right. So we live by a code, and then like we as people, we live by like this something called like body. We have our body, which shows up everywhere. We have our spirituality, which is our being, which then we have our relationships, which is, I don't have a wife or but there's relationships with your close ones, your family, your children, people around you. And these 3 things, they fuel your business. And this is where I'm like, holy shit, like I had this like aha moment, like a huge aha moment of like, he's like, you're giving them all this business shit, offers, marketing, whatever the fuck you're giving them. And the problem is like their life is in shambles. Like he said, that's why. He said, you're a one-dimensional advisor. He said, you should be a 4-dimensional advisor. He said, he said, you don't have to become a sex coach or a relationship coach, but you can ask questions around it. And what that means is you can go down into their darkness. You can ask questions around that and guide them towards there, like
hard questions.
Right, like people are not going to go down there. Like a normal, like again, cracking the code to success, and then I would also call it breaking the fucking rules. Right? You break the rules. Like, who said an advisor can't say, "Hey, listen, how's your relationship with your wife?"
Yeah.
Like, why not? Yeah. Because, you're in finance, right? You help people with their financials. They still have to make decisions together.
And yeah, and exactly. I had a session today before our whole this shooting today, and it's interesting. So I actually brought so he is a business owner, and then I brought his wife into the meeting as well.
Right.
And then I started asking them the question. So typically when you work with the accountants, they only just do the tax return and just ask the questions about the income, the W-2, whatever it is, right? So if it's just a business. So I actually asked them, okay, like, what is your goal in 5 years? What is your goal in 10 years? And he couldn't even answer that, because like no one ever asked him this question.
Right.
And he was like, is it a business goal or personal goal? I said both. And then I asked his wife, what are your goal? Like, where do you see yourself personally in 5 years, 10 years? And like, okay, they're like, why are you asking this? Well, because this is how it's related, because whatever you want to achieve in a personal life. So he told me he wants to buy an RV, they want to travel. I said, perfect, wonderful.
Right.
Okay, so in order to achieve that, now you have your business as your vehicle. That business is gonna exactly. You're gonna work all the money that you're gonna receive. So it's gonna help you to get to that goal in a faster way. And obviously, like knowing what the wife wants because they in this whole thing together. It's it's asking these deep questions to get to discover.
Yeah, 100%. And the thing is, you can ask a simple question, what does your wife want? Like, just like the same way you did.
Yeah.
But that subconsciously is going to say, shit, I haven't fucked my wife in 3 months.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, I need to, and the thing is like, you're going to start, like that person's going to be like, man, I need to do something, right? And then you can say, hey, listen, like, do you go to the gym? Do you work out? Like, just simple things.
Yeah.
Right? And again, and a good advisor, for example, like, hey, like this is like, they care about your personal well-being too. It's not just about like money. Okay, like, do you go to the gym? Okay, fine. Like, there's so many people that they're so successful, but they can't, again, maybe they haven't, the relationship side with their wife is not there. All right, maybe you should start going to the gym. You get yourself into a more confident, better place. Now you go fuck her. Now you can start talking about financial decisions. Like, it's just like, it indirectly still all works together,
and it does, absolutely. Like, listen, I totally get it, because all of our decisions that we make throughout the day, we think that it all relates to money, but in reality it all evolves around everything that goes on in our personal life. I'll tell you, actually, now that we're talking, like we're having this like open conversation.
100%.
So I'll tell you, honestly, personally, I'll tell you what actually happened to me today. So listen, I'm a woman that's very challenging, being in business, being a wife, and a mother and everything. Like, I'm wearing all these hats. So, and listen, I'm a human being too.
Right.
So this morning, I woke up and, we have 2 dogs that constantly sleeping with us.
Right.
And like, I have no access to my husband. And I was like, I want to get access to him, but I have these 2 dogs that like in between us, and they don't give us any access. So anyway, my morning didn't turn out the way I wanted to.
Right.
And then, I went, I meditated, I went for a walk, and then I'm coming home, and then like in a split second, like I come home, I see him. I don't know, it's just like out of nowhere, subconsciously, I just picked up the fight with him. And then it turned out, obviously it led to the money. It ended up with the money, even though I knew that like it had nothing to do with the money.
Right.
This whole morning didn't came out the way.
Yeah, the dogs were in the middle. The dogs were in the middle. Yeah,
and it's true, because and I listen. It happens. It happens to me a lot of the times. Like when you literally just pick up in certain things, and it turns out, okay, it affects your financial decisions. I ended up fighting about money, even though it was not about the money to begin with.
Right.
But then when you go to work and then you have to do some kind of other decisions, it's going to affect as well. So you're absolutely right.
I mean, it works both ways for women and men.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like here's the thing. We're talking like these are life things. Like you just and this is what we're this is what we're talking about. But because you didn't get what you wanted. Your husband maybe didn't get what he wanted. Now you're fucking going around walking all day. Like you're bringing it. The thing is, you're bringing it to work. You're bringing it to every hour of the day with you.
Yeah.
Right, and that's the whole. That is. Like, yeah. So that's.
Yeah, it's interesting. It
affects your power. It affects your capacity.
Exactly.
It affects your everything you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's it's interesting that also that you mentioned that, because when I do the coaching sessions with my clients too, in the beginning, those that start working, they're like, okay, like like you're an accountant, like we should talk about just the taxes. Like, why are you asking me all these questions? And the first thing I ask, by the way, every time whenever I do these sessions with my clients, the first thing is that, okay, like, how's your power state? How do you feel? Health-wise, how do you, your relationship-wise? So like on the scale of 1 to 10, like how do you assess yourself? And like for those that just start in the beginning, they're like, why are you asking these questions? But then as we start working on and more, like they start seeing like how it all affects. Like if you didn't sleep enough, if you didn't have sex as much, like it all affects your day-to-day operations. So in reality, that's what the success is. this.
Yeah, and you become I don't know, a family member to them. You become
Yeah.
a trusted person, somebody
Yeah.
that they can just like literally listen. I have this thing. Again, you don't have to be this like sex coach or anything, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you can ask some questions around it. But
Yeah, we
but this is
turned
the thing.
out to be sex coaches.
But when you understand, but when the thing is, when I started understanding,
Yeah,
when you start understanding
yeah,
your people
yeah,
or people in general, why like, again, I can give you all the marketing shit, like marketing, sales. I don't care what it is. Again, but if your life is in shambles, you're not gonna do crap. You're
yeah,
not gonna do anything.
yeah.
Um,
No, and sure, and you know, another thing that I do with my clients too, I ask them, what, like you mentioned with your coach, like he told you like close your eyes and everything. So when I have my first discovery session with them, I was like, okay, like what does your perfect day look like? I was
Right.
like, we all focus so much about the money, but let's just first assess. Let's pretend you already have all this money and you're making and you have to work. Like
Right.
what's your perfect day gonna
Right.
look like? So in a way, whatever your coach asks, okay, like where do you want to wake up? Who do you
Right.
want to wake up with? Like what do you
Right.
want to do? Where do you want to go for lunch or for dinner? Like what do you want to be doing? And it's interesting because a lot of them cannot even like put
People
themselves
can't
into
answer
the
the question of
Yeah.
what do I want.
Yeah, they don't know. And the same thing goes with the money. And I've been working with the money already for 26 years. So like, okay, I want money. All right, how much do you want money? Like, how much do you need to be financially free? Like, do you have that number? So no one can
They can't define it. They can say a lot of people saying what, and here's the thing. I'm guilty of it too at times.
Okay,
Like,
so
I'm
do
not-
you know your number?
Yeah, I mean, I know. Yeah, of course.
What's okay? So share with me. What's your number that you want to have?
I mean,
With
I
your-
want
what's
to
your
do
goal?
okay. I want to do $1 million a month. To be honest with you, I haven't defined why. But I haven't defined why. Like, again, here's the thing. I'm a human being. I'm guilty of things myself as well. But I did a calculation for myself.
Okay.
I mean, I did the calculation of how much do I really need to live the life that I want. It wasn't more than like $50K a month. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like, to have the house that I want, like to have it wasn't really more than $50K a month. So the question was, here's the thing: why do I still want like this million a month? Maybe it's just because of maybe it's like a sport play. Maybe
Yeah, why not? Listen,
it's like
that's
a
a,
sport.
that's a good ambitious goal.
And
That's good.
it's just I'm just this type of person where, again, we go back to sometimes I just want to make it happen because it's just the way I am,
Yeah.
right? Because I just want to do it because I don't know. It's just, again, maybe I need to define it more. Maybe I need to, I don't know, you know. But the thing is that, I mean, I still want. Here's the thing: like, if we talk about like, oh yeah, I want a private jet, but I don't know what I would use it for yet.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not thinking big enough. I don't know.
Well,
I'm thinking big enough in terms of number, but I
Yeah.
can't connect the number to the actual things that I want.
Yeah.
That's that.
Okay. So you have your number. Okay. And did you get your number? Are you close
No,
to
no,
the
no,
number?
no, 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 no. Of course, I didn't. Probably because I still, again, we're going back to, I still didn't become the person to make it happen, because there's a different level. There's a different level to this shit. It's a different mindset game, right? And probably because here's the thing. Like, do you know Andy Elliott?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, he talks a lot about like you have to like kill yourself every day. Like, you have to kill your old self every fucking day. Like,
Yeah.
so for example, like the unsuccessful people, you know, they do something like something new once a year.
Yeah.
Like, the more successful people, they do something like they kill their old self like once a month,
Yeah.
right? These really, really successful people, they kill their old self every single day,
Every day. Yeah.
right? I think I haven't I know I haven't gotten to that point, like to kill my old self every day, because I'm still like, I have the discipline, but if I don't have that discipline, I'm still like, okay, I just take the day. Like, I don't kill myself over it.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, if I wake up late, fine. Like, you know, I can go have my drinks. I can still. I think my discipline is probably still. I still haven't become that person to do that. But I'm going there. And the thing is that it all has to do with. I mean, the thing is, I know how to do it. I know how to do it. I know, like in a few programs that I'm in, there are people that are doing $1 million days, right? $1 million days. Like literally, I mean, and the thing is, if you think about it with the numbers, it's not that much. It's like 30 people times $30,000.
But that's once you know the multiplication
Like
formula.
all I need is
Yes.
30 people.
Yes.
30 people. Like, is that a lot of people out of
No.
8 billion people on this
No.
planet? 30 people.
Yeah.
And sell them a $30,000 program for the year. Like it's not a lot of money. Like it's, and there's $1 million. Dang.
Well, and then you can also do it in a different way. There's a lot of different ways once you identify it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, I have a goal of a $1 billion real estate portfolio, so I can have 10 buildings, $100
Right.
million each. I can have 4 buildings, $250 million each.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, there's
So there's
different
ways. It's knowing the numbers and how the multiplication works.
Yeah, I know the numbers. I know what I need to do, but I'm not doing it yet. Again, I think I just have to become the next version of myself. I need to get to a different level with my mind, right? I need to and put the focus in. And I think that is the problem.
So then going back to the matrix. So escaping the matrix. So you are, in a way, you know what needs to be done.
Right.
And so many people, like today, especially today, we at the century, there's like so much information. It's all about the information. Everyone knows what needs to be done, but then yet they still get themselves caught in this matrix.
Information is all over the fucking place. There's too much information. There's too much.
So how do you break through?
You remove. You start removing, and you start having crazy focus.
So and
again,
okay.
it all has to do with discipline as well.
Okay, discipline, you remove, and crazy focus. But then, in your case, you're saying that you know what needs to be done. You know how to get it.
Right.
But you still didn't.
Yeah.
Is that because it's just you don't need it yet?
Maybe my why is not big enough yet.
Or maybe your why is
Maybe my why is not big enough yet. Maybe, yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I can blame anything. Like, I can blame people. I can blame, maybe it's because I don't have my relationship life in
or
order
maybe
yet.
you're just too comfortable the way you are.
Maybe I'm comfortable the way I am, right? Again, like, I'm going somewhere right now. Again, I think I have to define my goals a little bit more. I think I have to define, like, what I'm doing. Maybe, again, as we said, the why is not there. Maybe if I, get a family, maybe the why is going to be way bigger, right? Because right now, like, it's kind of all, it's a lot of it's about me. Because, what do I have? I can go out. I can get, have a girlfriend here and there, but it's really, maybe the why is not big enough, I would probably say. All right. But I feel good. I mean, what I'm doing, where I'm going. So that's that. But I think, listen, here's the thing. Yesterday, you know Michael Rosberg?
I think so.
He's the tax resolution guy. He has a lot of ads out there.
Uh-huh. No.
He was in my studio yesterday.
Okay. But he lives here?
He lives in California.
So
He basically trains enrolled agents, people who tax resolution. He teaches them how to get into the tax resolution business. And he was in my studio yesterday. And I was interviewing him. And the guy did like over 120 million in sales, like over 50 million online. He's 70 years old and he's still going.
Oh,
like
wow.
he's still going. And I asked him the question, I'm like, dude, like, what's the secret to all the success? He said, I found a great woman.
Uh-huh.
Well,
that's it. He has to make her happy.
Right, and the thing is that most successful people that I speak to, men that I speak to, they all say I found a great woman.
Uh-huh. So then you need to find a great woman.
So I think the thing is, like, there are some people that did some, I don't know, it was like, what is it? Some card magic
reading,
card reading for me,
reading,
and they said that you need, like, you got everything. If you want to get to the next level, you need the right woman.
Yeah.
Like that's. Because with the right woman, like there's like this whole, like you can be successful, but there's like this whole edge. Yeah. Like you can fly up, right? Yeah. So that could be
your why.
That could be my why, right? Yeah. That could, again, I don't know.
No, but it's true. Like, listen, if you, I definitely ask myself all the time, like, why am I doing what am I doing? And the why, it keeps me going. And if your why is big enough, then you're just gonna keep doing more. And then again, that's what for me, and that's what helps me to escape from that matrix. But
I'm glad, cracking the code to success, meaning, if we go back to like what Zig Ziglar said, if you help enough people get what they want, you can get what you want.
Yeah.
I know what needs to be done. I know the problems that people have, the majority of the people. Yeah. I'm there as well, but the thing is, I'm I'm a living case study. I'm fixing myself up. And because I'm fixing myself up, I'm getting to a different level. I can help my people get to a different level. So, so cracking the code to success, I think it's this whole journey of, unpacking you, getting yourself better, and helping your people get there too.
Yeah, I love that. And listen, and I love unpacking yourself. I actually, I had a realization this morning. So, and a lot of them. So at first it started that. So I have I have these glasses. Look at the case. This is my dogs. Like they ate the whole case. So I got these glasses actually. I didn't even realize. So 2 years ago, and they're they're constantly sleeping off like that.
Right.
And then a month ago when I was in Africa, so they felt, and then I stepped on them, and then I broke them. But and they were sleeping off all the time. So, but I couldn't get myself to go to the eye doctor to get the new glasses.
Right.
Giving myself all these different excuses. I don't have time. Right, but right. Is it actually the time? And then this morning I caught myself. So I still have the same glasses. So that thing was broken. My husband, I was literally working like that with that one thing off, just holding it like that. So my husband put a paper clip here because the handle was off. Anyway, and then he actually called the doctor. He made an appointment because I can't even get a new glasses because I need to get a new prescription. So he makes an appointment for me to go to the doctor. I go to the doctor yesterday. I went to the doctor. He gives me the new prescriptions, and then I try all the glasses over there. This one is actually discontinued. So the easiest thing for me is I said, okay, just do the same frame. I don't want to try anything on.
Right.
So they it's discontinued. So I spent 1 hour. I tried all the different glasses. I couldn't find anything. And then, guess what? I left without actually buying anything. And then this morning, I caught myself on this realization. It's because I couldn't find the right product.
Right.
I couldn't make the decision on getting the product. Okay, and then I come up with all these excuses. I don't have time, but in reality, it's not the time. It's because I cannot make that decision. So at the end of the day, it's just making that decision. But then the reason I can make this decision because the glasses that I found, okay, listen, they cost about $500, and then plus the lenses, so it's $750.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, okay, what if what if I'm not gonna like it? What if they're gonna slide off again? And I'm just already too comfortable because I already know how to fix this.
Right.
So I caught myself, it's just because I cannot make that decision, then I just decide not to do anything at all.
I'm guilty of this every single day as well. To be honest with you, for example, it's just same thing, right? I have my headphones. I love my headphones, my little headphones.
Yeah.
And I didn't charge them for a week. And every single day I just kept thinking about it. I'm like, what the fuck? And today I plugged it in, and they charged, and I'm feeling so good about it, right? Because I just made a simple freaking decision. But this whole week I was just thinking about, I don't have my headphones charged now. I can't listen to this now. It's such a stupid thing.
It is, yeah.
But the thing is that going to the word, first of all, the word decision. If you know where the root of the word decision, it's called the root of the word decision. It means to cut off.
Yeah.
And this is again, we go back to the focus thing, right? How do you get to what you want? Right, you have to cut shit off. You have to cut shit off, and you have to decide that you're going to do this thing, and you have to go for it. Whatever it is that you want to do. And this is the biggest thing that people miss, including myself, probably including yourself too, is that we have a hard time freaking making decisions, and we think about things, and we just think about things, and we think about things, and that's probably the biggest part that everyone misses is they just simply don't make a decision, and because you don't make a decision. You just don't do anything at all. You don't do anything at all.
And that's literally what happened with me. I couldn't make the decision. Okay, so then I just decided not to do anything at all. And that's and I see this happens.
It's called enough is enough. It doesn't for example, in terms of business, it doesn't take 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years to grow $1 million business. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years to make the fucking decision that enough is enough. That's it.
That's it.
Same thing with your glasses. Enough is enough. Okay, now we gotta go to the doctor.
Yeah. I remember, it's interesting because I remember when I left my partners. So I was for 12 years I was working there, but I would say probably like halfway, like 6 years already after I was working there, that's it. Like I already felt that I need to get out. So it took me 6 years to feel miserable, to be in this thinking, in this decision process, going through all this misery, thinking, okay, and then like going through, okay, like they do this, they do that, like basically playing this victim. And then in a split second, one day, literally in a split second, I just like, I got up without even thinking and overthinking, like putting anything on the paper, anything. I just went, I took the box, put all my stuff from my desk in that box, and I just walked out in just split second.
Right.
So in all the reality, we just need that
split
second to make the decision.
Yeah, we ponder and think about things just way too much, about everything. Yeah. And again, I'm guilty of it too. It's like, it can be like small things. I don't know. It can be socks on the floor. Like you're just walking around them every day, and they're pissing you off. That's the whole thing every single day.
I know, yeah.
And you just, I haven't done it. Like my laundry, for example. I don't know. It could be anything, and it just keeps pissing you off. But these small little things, I guess, when you make a decision, you make a decision. Like right now, again, like I've been thinking about, not that I've been thinking about, like I know I need to, for example, create these few funnels, specific funnels that I need to create. I need to pay this guy. It's $2,000. I need to just send it over to him. And I'm just pondering. I'm like, right now, I'm guilty of this myself. Like, I'm just pondering this whole freaking week, and I haven't sent him. Like, today, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it today.
Okay, so what's one decision that you're going to execute today? Is that this one?
Yeah, I'm going to do that, of course.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah, that's the decision you're going to execute on today.
Yeah, and the thing is,
I'm gonna call
right?
I'm gonna call the optician store and get myself a glasses.
Yeah, and there's all these different decisions that we can make that are going to make us stronger. I mean, it doesn't have to be decisions even it can be bad decisions that you're doing, right? Like, for example, here's the thing. Like, back in the day, some girl would call me. I'd be like, hey, let's go. We're out. Let's go out. Like, now it's like, well, I just say no. But
in reality, is it bad decision, or it's just because we got at some point over the years all the experience, and as you mentioned, like with the girl, okay, like you go out, so now okay, you didn't like it, and you feel like okay, that was a bad decision. But like, what's the worst? Or like with me, I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna spend like this $700.
No. What I'm saying is,
and then I'm not gonna like them, and I need to buy new glasses. But at the end of the day,
like for example, my decision is I need to stop going out with 7 girls at once. Like that's the decision. Like if I'm going out, I need to go out with 1 or 2 maximum. Like that's but this thing is like, but because I kept putting myself in these stupid situations and headaches, like I need to stop doing that.
Yeah.
That's it. It's and that's you start removing. That's the whole thing. You start removing the shit that you need to stop doing.
You don't need. Yeah. That's
right?
it.
Less is more.
I love that. Less is more.
Less is
exactly,
more, right?
Yeah.
And again, but we all face this these things.
Well, yeah, and listen, especially when it comes to the business, I mean, like, and that's another realization that I did. So I came to this realization this morning. Okay, like I literally go into the same patterns. I'm like in the same matrix, just like I do. You mentioned that, just like we do in our personal life. Then it's a pure reflection of the same thing that we do in the business. Right. And then I started thinking, okay, so like, what are some of the things that I do in my business that I need to make the decisions that I keep putting away? I know that I need to make the decision, but I'm not making it, and I'm just letting it slide. So, and then the same thing goes with the finances.
100%. You got to make your decisions, and you make the decision, and you like you act on it. You act on it. That's the whole thing. Like a lot of us are promise sluts, right? We're promising ourselves like every single day. We're promising ourselves, and I'm a promise slut too. We're all like, again, I'm guilty of a lot of this shit, but I can admit it. And again, this all goes back to like when you face the truth. That's the whole like your body, your being, your balance, your relationships. Like when you can face the damn truth, like the truth and the facts. Like what are the facts? Like the fact is, I didn't make the fucking decision. The fact is, this is how much money I made in the last 3 days. The fact is, this is how much money I made in the last 30 days. The fact is, I didn't go to the gym for the past 3 days. Like that's the facts. Yeah. And when you can admit to yourself, like you're saying the damn truth, you're creating space for yourself to grow.
Yeah.
right? But there's so many people that this is the whole problem. Your clients, my clients, there's so many people that just can't live with the truth. The facts, like what are the facts in my money? What are the facts with my body? What are the facts in like my relationships? And because they can't face the facts, they go look for shiny objects. They go look for like, what else can I do?
Yeah, yeah.
But instead of when you face your own facts, you can go. You know, what was I saying? I think I was going somewhere with that. What was I saying before?
Facing the facts, making the decisions.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, you can help your clients or anybody you work with. I mean, there's the fact. Like, here's what's going on.
Yeah.
Right. And
yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah. And talking about the facts, and by the way, like you can, you're in the working with the numbers in the financial world as well. It's especially like with the numbers, numbers speak for themselves, because a lot of the times what I see is, and I used to be that person too, making these emotional decisions versus making this decision based on the numbers. So, when I work with the clients, unfortunately, not too many of them even understand like what the numbers mean. And obviously the first thing is that, I don't have the money. Let me start saving. Let me cut the cost here, cut the cost there. So everyone is focusing on saving. So I'm just curious, like, what's your take on this? I typically, tell my clients, okay, like, if you're trying to save $1,000, how much is the maximum you can save?
Fire your accountant if they're trying to make you save money all over the place. Here's the thing, and I learned this in corporate. I used to come in, so I used to work in global marketing and advertising agencies. And we had the guys that would go out and they would make this, like they would make the sales, right? Yeah. But they would have all the drinks out there, they would have all the parties like that, and that's where they would make the deals.
Yeah.
Right? And I used to come into the CFO's office with expense reports, like look at all the Uber, look at all the food that they're eating, look at all the drinks, like all these expense reports. And I was always trying to show them like how we can cut it. I had this like typical I guess accounting brain. And one day he sat me down, he's like, all right, dude, he's like, we have to stop doing that. They need those drinks. They need to hang out. They need to, because that's where all the deals are made. From now on, we're gonna start learning how to make more money. So, and he put me into a sales and marketing department, financial stuff, and that's what I started doing. So that's when I had like my aha moment, right? Of like you can't say. Here's the thing: you can't save your way to wealth. I don't think anybody ever did that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So.
And there is a limit. If you're trying to save, that there is a limit of how much you can save. You can only save that amount that you're trying to save. If you want to save $100, that's all you can save.
Right.
If you want to save $500, you can only save $500.
Yeah.
There's a limit to that. But if you flip this around and say, okay, you know what? I want to make 500 million. There's no limit to that.
You have to put your, like, the thing is, that's when you set your, and this is again, we go back to that whole situation where, like, when you set your goals higher, like, you have no choice but to put yourself in a vehicle that's going to bring you there.
Yeah.
That vehicle, because you can't be in a bicycle or in a car.
Yeah.
To get, like, this is where most people are. You have to put yourself into these, like, private jets where you're going to fly.
Yeah.
Where your money's going to fly, right? Where you can have this, like, not the linear growth, but exponential growth.
Yeah.
Right? That's like, and when you create goals big enough, you are forced to put yourself in a different vehicle. You're forced to think absolutely different.
And you think bigger. You ask different questions,
and you get into rooms with people that think differently, right? So that's So have your. I mean, obviously, money is a tool. Have your money work for you in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Right. Either through investing, like you're saying. The way I'm currently doing it is. I'm just getting into rooms with people that are thinking bigger. Like, for example, my big thing is like, okay, how do I do these more bigger events? The thing is, I'm all about like, okay, how can I make more money? Again, when you get into rooms with people who are making large sums of money in a day, in a week, like, you're thinking different. Like, it's not, there's some people who are making $100,000 in a year. There are some people who are doing it in a day. But I've always think, again, when I started my entrepreneur journey, I was wondering, like, how the fuck do they do that? Like, how do people do that? Yeah. And now I get into these rooms, and money is a tool. It is a tool. It's like, if you think about a mechanic, right? A car mechanic, he has all these tools.
Yeah.
You
just use
They don't say I'm going to save my tools for later. Like,
I love that. Exactly. Yeah.
They use the tools to fix the damn car and make the damn money.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah, that's it. You use it. You use the tool to fix it.
Yeah, you don't put the tools away in the toolbox and say, you know what, later. But you can't make the money.
Exactly, and that's the same way. Yeah, you use the money to leverage your time, to leverage people, to leverage money.
Yeah.
You use the money to make more money.
Yeah, and the thing is, you commit too. And there's money is energy also. Like me, like if I'm not spending money on something, I'm feeling weird. I need to be. I'm always spending. I'm always investing. Always investing money into like some coaches, mentors, programs. I'm always buying some shit. It's just me. But
What's the most amount of money that you invested in the education and all these coaches?
Altogether, I probably invested at least $500,000. At least $500,000. I mean, 100 like in that $500,000 goes 120 grand to like to the university, but everything other than that is all mentoring and coaches.
Yeah.
Like at least over 350,000 on mentors and
what
coaches.
what the return do you receive from it?
Oh, massive return. We in the last 3 years we did over 6 million, right? In the last maybe 10 years we did probably did over over $25 million like all together.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, it's not the information that got me there. It's my fucking actions that got me there. It's not like there's no point of using there's information everywhere.
Right, if you're not doing anything, right?
You're not doing
there's
anything
so
with
much
it, if you're not
information
acting
out there today, and we're in the world of all the information. But if you don't use it, if you don't do anything, if you don't apply the actions every day, you're not gonna get anywhere.
Yeah, information we don't have an information problem. We have an execution problem. Like that's the problem for most people. And the thing is, like today, with all this information out there, like even me, like my attention span is just like it's gone.
Well, you know what they're saying with the attention span. So the amount of information we receive today in one day is equal to 1 year of information person received in 15th century.
It's crazy.
Can you imagine that?
It's ridiculous. And this is I look at, I'm trying to do one thing and then and the thing is, I'm catching myself. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna do that one thing, and the next thing I know, I'm doing something else.
Yeah,
it's out of control because we're watching all this, social media stuff. We're flipping reels all day, and we're training our mind on the stupid attention span thing, right?
Yeah,
on the stupid meaning, like our attention span is going way, way, way down.
Yeah.
And that's why, like right now, it's more important than ever. It's like, okay, how do I put all this shit away and have uninterrupted, deep work in the thing that I want to do?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. So you have so many ambitious goals. Do you write them down? How often do you write them down?
Yeah, I know we're part of Grant Cardone. Cardone, preaches to write the goals down every day. I don't write my goals down every day, probably because I'm just a freaking lazy bum because of that. But I keep myself focused and I keep myself disciplined. But I think I should be writing my goals down. It's probably my bigger goals down. Yeah, but I don't write them down every day. Maybe I write them. Maybe I do this like once a week, once every 2 weeks. I just write down. I just journal for myself. Like that's what I do.
You journal every day?
No, I don't journal every day. I meditate 20-30 minutes a day. I just close my eyes, meditate. Here's the thing. I connect with myself every day. Like my morning is all for me. Like every single freaking day, I'm just chilling. In the morning, I'm just hanging out. I can.
At what time do you wake up?
It depends. I can wake up 8, 9, 10 o'clock. It doesn't matter.
What time do you go to bed?
What time to go to bed?
Yeah.
See, this is the thing. It depends. I can go to 1, 2, 3. I sleep for 4, 5, 6 hours a night. Like I don't need more than that. Well, maybe I do need more than that. I don't know. I feel okay. I feel good. So, yeah, the mornings are all to myself. The afternoons are all for like clients, and then evenings. Here's the thing. I've been working a lot. Like the thing is not working a lot. I don't work. I create. I'm always in create mode, but I love what I do. And then the evenings, I try to, go out maybe with my girlfriend, or I try to. But that's how my day's split up. But the morning, here's the thing. I know that my mind, I need to get that shit in order every single day, and that's how I get into my power and capacity. So and I have my morning all to myself.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. This is like when I was writing out my perfect day, how I want my day. I want to be relaxed. Like I don't want to have this like whole hustle culture. Um, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So
Yeah.
I'm getting into alignment with myself every
Yeah.
single day.
No, that's good.
that's-
That's good. Yeah, that's important. That's
And
good.
that's how I keep my mind clean, my thoughts clean, or at least cleaner. Here's the thing: like if you have your own discipline, you have more chances of doing the thing that you want to do, right? Succeeding in, I guess, cracking the code to
Yeah.
success. So
No, yeah, and I love that. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, for me, discipline, as you mentioned, yeah, it's very important. So I tend, as crazy as I am, but I tend to have the same routine. And the interesting part, even though I travel a lot, but the way I set up my routine, so it doesn't even matter if I'm here or I am in Africa or any other countries, I still practice the same routine. So, and once you discipline your body and you discipline yourself, like the way you show up for yourself, the way you show up for others, the way you show up for at the work.
Right.
So that's why like I have the same discipline. So I wake up. Now I started waking up. I'm disciplining myself. So before it was 6 o'clock. So now I am waking up at 5:30. So I want to give myself an extra hour in the morning. Was what I started doing. So I wake up, I do my goals, and then I work a little bit because I still have like this powerful morning routine and I practice. Like I walk on the beach or I bike, swim, I meditate. But then I figured, okay, by the time I do all of this, and then and then I come back to the phone. It's like there's like so many urgencies. So I figured, okay, I'm gonna wake up at 5. I go through all the emails and then everything. So this way I know, okay, now it's all taken care of, and then I can go on with my morning routine.
Emails. I don't even know what my email box looks like. I don't even know. I forgot my password to my email. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, you don't even check that. No,
I'm not an email guy. No.
Well, listen, I have a big team and everything, so I like I have to make sure that I go through the emails. I have to like give them all the directions that it's all done, and then this way I can go with my morning routine. But it's but what I was saying is just it's very important, as you mentioned, to have like that discipline that you follow, that routine, and it helps me be more focused, have more clarity.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Again, be friends with your own mind. Be friends with your body, and you're exchanging energy with the world. Like again, it's killing your like every single time you go to the gym, you're killing like some old energy. My coach says, and again, I used to wrestle for many years, and like we used to, it's not even just getting out of your comfort zone. You're 5 times getting out of your comfort zone. So like if you go to the gym, like you do 10 reps of biceps. You want to really exchange energy with the world, do 10 more.
Yeah.
And then when you're tired, you do 10 more.
Yeah.
And when you're tired, you freaking do 10 more. Like you're maxing yourself out, but after that, you're different. You feel different, like way different.
Yeah.
Okay, like you go into your confidence. You go into your like different mind state.
No,
right?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it gives you energy and yeah, I love that.
Yeah, and
I absolutely love that.
Same thing when you get into rooms with other people. You're borrowing confidence. You're exchanging energy with the world, right? Like you can't do everything by yourself.
Yeah,
It's hard to do everything by yourself.
So let me ask you this. My motto in life is it's all in your hands. What does it mean for you?
It's all in your hands?
Yes.
It's all in your hands. It means, listen, you have all the answers are within you. Like that's, they're not, most people that go out there and they're trying to find answers, they're not filling up their own cup. Okay, so instead of trying to find answers in your mama and your papa and your girlfriend and your boyfriend in some book, you can do this stuff, but the reality is all the answers are within you. If you take care of you, it's all in your hands.
It's all in your hands. I love that. I love that answer.
All the answers are within you. Do not look elsewhere. All the answers are within. And a quick story behind that, really quickly, is again, um, I used to go to school in New Jersey, and I went back to Jersey. This was like maybe 2 years ago, and I'm sitting in a cafe, and I see my one of the guys that I used to go to school with. He came up to me, and he's selling some vitamins, whatever, some
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was, but vitamins and protein shakes, and like but he's a little chubby. He's a little chubby, and I'm sitting there on my computer, and he comes up to me, and he's, we're talking. How you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. And he's showing me, and he's telling me about this shit that he's selling. You know, your sex life is going to be good. He's telling me this is
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be good.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to. I mean, I appreciate the hustle. Like it's all like I love being sold to. I love it's all good. But the thing is, like I asked him a question. I'm like, if I take this stuff, am I going to look like you? It's just a simple question. Like I asked him about the sales. How's the sales?
Yeah.
He said they could be better. I'm like, okay, if I take this stuff, am I going to look like you? It's just
Yeah.
a simple question. He understood what I meant. We just talked again, and then like I think I saw him again in like 8 or 9 months. Dude is jacked. He went to the gym, and he shook my hand. He's like, he said, just thanks very much, for telling me this. His sales went up. It's pretty much he started living what he was preaching.
Yeah.
He started living his own truth. He started living his own, like, what he's selling. And if I could have given him fucking marketing and sales all day,
Yeah.
but he found the answers within himself.
That's
That's the whole thing. Like, it's all in your hands. So, like, it was all in his hands. He started going to the gym. He started preaching what he was selling, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, I love that. So, I guess the last words of wisdom for those that are looking to escape the old conventional way, to escape the metrics. I mean, I know you already shared a lot, but the last words of wisdom for those that business owners, individuals looking to escape the old conventional way, the metrics. What are the 3 things you would suggest to start with?
Number one is obviously personal development is huge. Like you gotta go into personal development. That's what's going to change you. Invest into yourself, into your body, into your spirituality. There's a next level for all of us. Okay, number two is get into rooms with people. Get into rooms with people that have been where you want to be, and listen to them. And number three is act on that shit. Like, just like here's the thing: it's never going to be perfect. Nothing is going to be perfect. Like, the thing is that if you take action, you're going to be at least somewhat there. Okay, and next time you're going to make it better. And
I
the
love
next time
that.
you're going to make it better. But if you don't take any action, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. I love them.
Like
Yeah.
when I used to work on Wall Street, we had guys that never, like, in school they used to tell us, like, okay, you should do this, you should do that, like, play by the rules. We had guys on Wall Street that were trading, no degrees, nothing. They were risking all the time, but they found good in the bad and they found good in the good,
Yeah.
and that's why they were risking. They were risking, right? So yeah. So again, work on yourself. Get into rooms and act on the shit that you
And
learn.
actions. I love that. I love that. And I think the Grant Cardone's 10X Rule book says failure comes with no action. I think that's something like that. That's what he says.
Failure comes with, oh yeah,
With-
100%.
Yeah. So the only way you can fail if you just give up or if you don't take any actions.
Yeah.
So
You got to take the first step, decide and do it. Just do it. Just do it. You know what I mean? It's like, we all start off from somewhere, right?
I love that. All right. So just take actions and remember, guys, it's all in your hands. Thank you for watching.
Take care.